Come on, you big girl.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. I mean, you probably put 5 in. I mean, obviously, no, 0.75. Yeah, no. It just didn't seem enough oil, but I mean, I drained it.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna open the
Johnny, because you're here. Well, not all over me. Just let me give some out first. You want to your first beer?
Is it real?
Daddy!
Yes.
Oh yeah.
As the sun sinks down and the boat sinks lower in the water.
Yeah, stand down a minute, we might see some duckies.
Yeah, let's go back.
Mum!
Yeah, that's nice.
That's nice.
Give us a glass.
Did you take the sound?
Yeah, that's it.
Now, did you hear all the sound?
Yes.
Oh!
So you've been swearing then.
I'm getting in the bed.
What do you get? Do 4. What do you get then?
I'm not scared of the boat. You're not scared of the boat. In there. I put a bit of copper pipe on this time, Bob, which I was always going to do last time, but basically the same coolant. But the interesting thing is the manifold is the one that come off Mike Aylan's engine. They're so original. The pump belt is still the same, but the dynamo belt had perished, and I thought that was pretty poor after 22 years. I would have expected it to have a bit longer life than that. This is how I think boats should be ordered, you see.
Bye-bye, darling.
Well, being a boat safety expert, I've got to have any sort of thing. Des Ford looked at it, he said, I had to make a new panel for there. That had got weather on it and gone bad. This was stripped down to the bare wood. That was stripped down. Well, all the varnish was taken down to the bare wood, but nothing you see in the varnish work here has been replaced.
And we think it's all right now.
Hey Mike, do you know when I left, Mike, when you put it all together, did it work first time or did you have to take it apart again?
About 78, 80 degrees, always, all the time. When we come down the river this time, 58. Now, as soon as we cured the problems with the engine, the temperature goes back up to 78 like it used to run. Now, how can a faulty engine run cooler than same mattresses? Sadly, it's not the same curtains. That originated off an actual lawnmower. You can see one on the cap, it's upside down. The Waterworks Museum ought to have a pontoon conversion in. I said, you know, Des, because I was saying to him, look, I wanted to do it up, but I needed to convert it if I did it. We got no toilet compartment in here or anything. And I said, we need to get a few more comforts. And I said, what I might do is put a door there, you see, put a cooker round here, get it down to two berth boat. So, and Judy won't very keen. She said, I'm just not really happy in a wooden boat today with all these steel boats about. I thought, well, no, nor am I really. And it's a lot of hassle getting it out. I said, but I think what I'll do it up and we'll have a year on it and sell it. Well, I did make a start 5 years ago by stripping the engine down, realising the manifold had gone out. But then I realised I could use Mike's manifold on it. It's the same port spacings, though he's a next era engine. Anyway, nothing happened. Something else happened, I expect, I don't know, in the family. And then I was out with Des and he said about his pontoon. I said, you know, that's a good idea. I said, who would I see about that? He said, well, look, I know Tony Condor, the curator of the museum, because he used to work for the museum for a while. Anyway, within a week I had a phone call. I understand you've got a pontoon conversion. We've really been looking out for one. We didn't think there was one left. Well, I don't think there probably is. I mean, if I said that this is probably the last remaining pontoon, it probably wouldn't be an exaggeration. But I said, oh, he said, what do you want for it? I said, I don't know. I suppose whatever it cost me in materials to do it up. He said, well, I don't want a lot of receipts and things. He said, I want a price, you know. I thought 500 quid, you see. Of course, it cost me a lot more than that to do it up, Bob. Money's just disappearing. We go out, you go into Bailey's Paints in Stroud, and you say, oh, I want some deck paint, you know, because I can't go all the way down to Sharpness every time, or Slimbridge to get some marine paint. Mix some deck paint, you know, weather shield, right, and you come out, a couple of brushes and a bit of turps and a roller, £36. You know, the old fivers.
You could have a holiday on 36 quid in 1970.
And this is how it's been going. And anyway, Judy said, I said in the end, I said, but look, when I originally said, but we want to take it up by water. All right, you said, that's fair enough. I said, but my major problem is I've got a trailer, but I got no means of towing it now, not legally. Although we did find that my Peugeot's not far out the limit. No, he said, we'll give you assistance into the water. So I thought, this is all looking good. It's going to a home. They'll probably cut half the cabin out or something like that for people to see in, but does it really matter? My innovations are still there, the bow and the extension, and that's how it's gone. But I said, you know, it won't be till next year.
That's before I can make the sea.
And so really, you know, but it's amazing the things that have happened. You see, Judy was all down underneath, we're brushing the shaft, and she said, enough rusty. I said, well, get it all off, give it a good scrape and a tap, bash it well, you know. She said, not a lot coming off. So I go and put the calipers on it, didn't I? It was, even with a load of rust on there, it was 7/8, and it should have been an inch, you know. But never mind, Frank Ant's given me a shaft, you know. It's now got a stainless steel shaft in where it only had a steel one before.
Lovely.
But when I did this back half, some of it, I replied it, I only used steel screws. And I was going to go around and put a lot more in, and then I thought, I don't know, they're all, when I knocked the stuff out, they were all seemed quite good. Yeah, the heads are rusty a bit, but I couldn't get them out. But that was my mistake, really. I should have put additional screws across the joint, because the glue's gone. You know what Casca might. Did yours used to leak when you put it in the water? You know, I put this one on with silicone, all the rubbing strips back on with silicone gutter compound. You know, black, screwed up. It's all squeezing out, but I still got leak. But mine are in the cross seams where I got plywood butted to plywood. Yeah. And I know what's happened when they were in the dry land. They're like this. Yeah. When they're in the water, they're like that. And you can imagine what's happened. Don't matter what filler I'd have put in, it's opened. Of course, this water's so clear. See, years ago when we were in the dock, it was like soup, pumping it in. And it's until we get on some muddy water now. Is she going to stop? I don't mean the bottom's not going to drop out of it or anything.